Thank you, Roger. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kornélia Varga, and I'm working for a Hungarian sign maker company, which is called BEFLEX. And, uh, and the content of my presentation, basically it is a case study which is about how can we fit design into the life of a production-based company. And to understand all the points, first I will make a short introduction of the production side of the company, and then we will see how did design come into our life, what kind of effects did it make to our lives, and what are the benefits for the company and for the customer as well. Yeah. Sorry. So let's start at the beginning. BEFLEX is a Hungarian company which is situated in Budapest, in the heart of Europe. And the company looks like any other production companies at the first sight. We have different production divisions, and we started the business in 1991, 23 years ago, when the company was founded, and since then we achieved large results and goals. So by this time our turnover is about 50 million euros per year, and we supply for large chains like Tesco or Spar, or for the electronic industry or for the FMCG industry, and we supply a very wide range of products and also services. We supply everything for the industry, all types of products and services. So let's have a look. Does it work like any other production size? Now we can have the opportunity to peep into the major production areas of the company for a short time. The first major production area is the digital printing house of the company. And of course we have plenty of digital printing machines, and we print all sorts of base materials, and we do all large size visual communication tools that you can see all over in cities. But we do not only the large visual communications for outdoor, but we also supply for indoor communication, decoration, self-adhesive foils, mesh banners that you can find in all large shopping malls and everywhere. So we can say that the company has a very complex range of products and services, and we not only print, but we are able to make campaigns in countrywide size. So in Hungary there are 200 Tesco's, and we are able to make the decoration from one campaign to another in one day, because we have the team for fitting all the decorations and that stuff. So that's one of the divisions of the company. The other division is the decoration studio, which is connected closely to the first one for the digital printing house, because here we can wrap different vehicles, we can do unique designs, and we can do corporate designs and all those stuffs. And you should know that it's about 200 or 300 cars and vehicles, different vehicles decorated on that part of the factory. So these are trucks, and there are unique designs as well, and car fleet decorations happen here, so it's quite interesting. And now we arrived to the third part of the business, which is the signage and the POS production side of the company. This is a quite complex part of BEFLEX. Here we can find different machines, different technologies, and basically we produce all the large size digital and LED lighting signage elements, and also the POS materials. And there are some references, and again, it's also for outdoor and for indoor as well. And also the services, the service offered with this production is very complex. We do the maintenance, we do the planning, and we do all those services that are important for this business. So there you can see some of the references of that production type. And also we do large size pylons and totems and all those materials, and some of the indoor references of that division. We have a serial production capacity as well. Therefore, we are able to produce all the stuff needed for large rebranding projects. For example, different banks and financial companies. That was from last year, that reference. Okay, so the original question, is it just like a production site? And from one hand, my answer is definitely a big yes, because my company is a production company, a very complex production company who can offer complex services, complex products, different products for this industry. But from the other hand, it is also a design company. Design came into our life a little bit later, and I will show you why did it come and how did it come, what does it mean, and that sort of stuff. So that's the case study part of the story. But to understand the situation, we have to go back a little bit in time, because the story, as I mentioned, the foundation of the company happened in 1991, when the situation in Hungary was a little bit different than in Western countries. It means that it was just 3 years after the political changes that changed the entire life of Hungary. But before that, there were no marketing, there were no advertisement, there were no signage, there were no POS tools at all. Because if you think, we lived in a country where there were no choices of different products. The products were missing from the country, so there were no need for marketing as well. So we didn't have the tradition for those stuff. So that was the time when the company was founded. It looked like that. And I found another reference. This is a signage reference, and the funny thing about that, it's saying Auto Export Moscow. And the funny thing is that I found that reference 2 days ago, so it's still there. It's still in Budapest, and it's still saying something. I don't really get it, but that was the time when we started. And in that time, this gentleman, who's actually the owner and the founder of the company, bought this machine, which is an automatically operated cutting machine. It was bought from the USA, because the gentleman's sister lived there in that time. And the exciting fact about that machine, that it was on the COCOM list, which meant that it shouldn't taken into the country. It wasn't allowed to take into the country, but thank God the administration didn't work very well during that time. So it could be the beginning of a very fruitful business. Because in that time, all the other companies did the cutting, did the letter preparing, and all those stuff by hand. And this machine was much, much quicker and much, much nicer, and it could bring very good results on that field. And that is why I mentioned and why I explained it, because it was very important in our strategy. At the beginning, we always try to go for the newest machines, the newest technologies, and it gave us an advantage. So it worked well for a while. So in the following decade, after buying this machine and after being lucky with that machine, we built up the company. I mean, the owner of the company built up the company systematically with new machines, with new divisions. As I mentioned, we had 3 production divisions: the digital printing, the signage, and the decoration studio. But time was gone, and it was 2006, and by that time almost everybody understood what is marketing, what is POS and advertisement and digital printing and all those sort of stuff. So it brings changes into our life. And even though we had a very complex choice of products, because we had all those fields of production, we started to feel as a jungle fighter in the jungle, fighting for customers, because all those other companies wanted to eat from the same cake. So in that situation, we can be bigger, or we can be faster, or we can be cheaper. And we tried all those we tried all those things, but it didn't work for a long time. So we had to find something different. We had to find a way to get the advantage and to keep it for long term. So we realized that if we go only for technology and we go only for new machines, that won't give us an advantage for long, because all the other competitors, they are able to buy those machines and those technologies after a few years or within a sort of time. So it was quite easy to find out that the human factor, the added value, is very important besides technology. And we always had operators, graphic operators, those creative sort of stuff within the company, because as a production company, we also needed those support as well. And besides, as we also visited the different exhibitions and all the Western technologies and the Western trends, we also discovered that the big brands, the big companies, for marketing is not only a nice graphic design. They try to use their brands in the space. They try to communicate in 3D. They try to treat it as a complex thing. So it was quite easy to find out that the future is 3D, and we should build up a team of designers. So that was the way to step ahead for us. So around 2006, we started to build up this designer team. And all the designers, they were coming from different areas of life, but there was a common thing about them. They had all experience in the industry, and they could work together very well. Some of them were furniture designers, some of them were interior designers or POS designers, so they had these different kind of experiences, which was a very good thing to have in the team. And by today, we have 4 3D designers, 4 engineers, 4 2D or graphic designers, and 2 graphic operators within the team. So that means that by today, we developed a 4th division, which is the design division. So today, the organization looks like this. We have all the 3 legs of the company, the traditional production divisions, plus the design division. But what does design means for us? It's slightly different than in traditional meaning, because for us, design is to communicate the brand in forms and in spaces. So for us in our everyday life, design has two different or two major parts, which is object design and interior design. And in object design, we design POS and HoReCa tools. So marketing communication tools are designed, and also interior design. We design in-store design, shop-in-shop, selling islands, or exhibition stands. And now I have some references from the old days as well, and from modern days as well. What do we do under the name of design? The first part, I show you the POS, so the object design references. And there you can see that we try to go, we don't have a certain style because it's not important in this sort of design. We don't have our style, we try to use the customer's brand's design, and we try to reflect it in the objects. So the atmosphere, the colors, and the shapes and the forms, they are all coming from the certain brand, from the customer's brand. So that's very important. And those are all the references. And I have another references. That one is a digital POS tool. So the other improvement, the other side of innovation is the digital. But this time I won't talk about that one. And I will show you some references about interior or space design, the shop-in-shop stores, and in-store solutions and offices. This one was designed for Vodafone offices, and that's quite interesting. You can see that our designers have the power to find out the way as the brand can communicate effectively, and that's a telecom company, and it was designed in-store design and also the outdoor design. The signage elements were treated completely on a very complex way, and some of the designs they just plans and they remain plans, but the other parts, most of our designs we also implement. So it's a good thing that we design and produce also, and we install all these design and all these products. And I have some slides about the Dolce Gusto project, which is a great success story for us, because we designed a product family, and we found a good market for it in Western Europe and in Northern Europe as well. So we design separately. We design the parts of the family separately, and then it's always adjusted to the local circumstances. And also the unique parts, they are still part of the family, so they reflect for the brand very effectively. And we have some other references as well. This one is a nutrition company. It's a shop in a shopping mall, and the good thing about this design that the store was a very tiny, very narrow, very dark, just like a hole. It didn't communicate about the product. It didn't communicate about the brand. And I think that this one is a nice example for having a nice design can make changes in the life of the company. And this reference is that we are very proud of, because during last year and in this year as well, we are doing the redecoration, the rebranding of the Hungarian Sony stores as well, all over in Hungary. And unfortunately, the pictures are not very well, I cannot see very well, but all the design and all the ceiling, all the floor, everything was done by us. So having a design team for us is like opening the gates or opening the walls. There are so many possibilities for a production company. I mean, yes, of course, you have to invest a lot and you have to develop yourself a lot, because having this traditional production capacity is a big thing, but then you have to improve it, and then you have to create. So just a few words about how good we are at it. And I can tell you that we are quite good at it, though we don't have much tradition into it. But even last year we were not here, but in London. And there you can see my colleague, the first gentleman, who is the head of the designer team. And we won a nice award as the best designer team here in London. And we also, the members of the Popeye organization, which is an organization for POS producers and POS users. And there in Düsseldorf, we also won an award, which is a very big thing for us, as I see, because as I mentioned, we don't have such traditions like other countries, other Western European countries. So this is a nice result, I think. And also we have other rewards from the Hungarian Popeye organization. So having a designer team, the first and most important question is what are the benefits for the customer? And I think there are loads of benefits for the customer, because the first one is safety. As I mentioned, our background is a production background, so the whole design thing grew out of production. So that means that what looks good on a paper, it will work in reality. It will exactly the same in reality, so there are no risks for the customer. And also the other advantage is that we can support our customer with good ideas, with bright ideas, with innovations, with new technologies, even from the very beginning of the project. And of course, we can save time for them. That's very important, because we handle the design process, the production process, the installation process. We handle all the tiny details instead of them. So that means that they will have time for marketing objects, for marketing messages, to bring up the brand. So they don't have to concentrate on tiny details. They have time for building their brands. So it's good for them, and also the budget is very important for them, because if we keep an eye on the budget, even at the phase of the design process, it means that we will design things and base materials and technologies that they can pay for. So it's quite good for them. And what are the advantages for us, for the company? There are so many advantages, but I just picked up a few, the most important ones. For the production divisions, it's very important that before having a design team, they just produce, and now they create. Maybe if you feel the difference between the two, it's very important in the life of a production company. And they have changed their attitude towards new things, towards innovations, and also for new materials and for new technologies as well. So that's very important. They have open eye for those things as well. For sales department or for sales person, it's also a good thing to have a design team, because it means that they have a new sales tool in their hands. They have a new process towards their market, and also they have new markets and new market segments as well. And of course, these projects, they just changed our sales results as well. They had a good effect on our sales results. And for the whole company, for the whole organization, the teamwork, the communication, to work with different people with different attitude, it brings a lot. And it developed the communication, and it developed the teamwork as well. So it's good. So summarizing this short case study, what I wanted to show you this time, that we had a very strong production company in the background with nice production results and nice services. But after a while, we had to change our strategy. For a while, we just we based our strategy on improving technologies, improving machinery, and that sort of stuff. But after a while, we had to change this attitude, and we had to put efforts into human creativity, and that changed a lot. So that was the creation instead of production started. And then I tried to introduce our designer team and the major results, who we are, what do we mean by design, because it's quite important that it's not exactly the same like design in fashion or design in other industries. And now I can say that we have this fourth division, which is working complementary with the traditional production divisions, and I think it has effective benefits for the customer and for the company as well. So that was my story, and thank you for the attention.